Okay, we are starting chapter 5, writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. So here we have use the slope and y-intercept to write an equation. So remembering that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where slope is the m value and b is the y-intercept value. When we are given the slope and y-intercept, this is not a very hard problem. You just have to put the -2 in where the m is, and the 5 in where the b is. So y equals -2x plus 5, and we are done. Okay, so the same thing the next 3 times here. Put the slope in for m, so -2/5 x, and the y-intercept is added on the end. 8x plus 7. And the last one, the only difference is that we have a negative y-intercept. So 3/4 x minus 3, or you could also write plus -3. All right, this time we are not just flat out given the slope and y-intercept, we are given 2 points. So we need to find the slope. And remember, slope equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our y2 is -1, our y1 is -5, our x2 is 3, and our x1 is 0. So that is 4 over 3 for our slope. And now we need the y-intercept, which is this point right here, 0, -5. Whenever you have a 0 as the x value of your point, you know that that's the y-intercept. So our equation is y equals 4/3 x minus 5. Okay, this is actually the exact same as the last question. The only difference is that we have function values, f of 0 equals 5, and f of 4 equals 17. F of 0 equals 5 is the same thing as the point 0, 5, and f of 4 equals 17 is the same thing as the point 417. So we can get rid of that pesky function notation and make this a lot easier. Okay, we still need to find the slope. 17 minus 5 over 4 minus 0. 12 over 4, or 3. And again, we have a point that has a 0 in it, so this is our y-intercept. And our equation is y equals 3x plus 5. Okay, A and B are the same, straightforward. Need to find the slope first. Which is 6 over 8, or 3/4. So our equation is 3/4 x minus 2. This one, 5 minus 6 over 0 minus -3 equals -1/3. Y equals -1/3 x plus 5, because that one also gave us the y-intercept. I want to make another example on the bottom here. F of 2 equals 3 and f of 4 equals 8. Notice here that neither of these points are the y-intercept. So we started out the exact same by finding the slope. Which is 5/2. But now we need to figure out what the b value, or the y-intercept value, is. So it's a little bit different now, since we're not just straight given it. We're going to pick one of the 2 points. I'm going to pick this one. And remembering that slope-intercept form, and that this is the point 4, 8, where 4 is the x value, 8 is the y value, we're going to plug those into y equals mx plus b to find the b, because that's what we're missing. So 8 equals 5/2 times 4 plus b. So 8 equals 10 plus b, or b is -2. And then we're going to write out the equation, y equals 5/2 x minus 2. So it is a little bit harder, as in you have to do an extra step or two, but just keep in mind that you can pick either one of the points to get the same answer on those questions. A recording studio charges musicians an initial fee of $50 to record an album, and studio time costs an additional $35 per hour. Write an equation that gives the total cost of an album as a function of studio time. Okay, so we have to figure out what the independent and dependent variables are, remembering that x is always independent and y is dependent. So when we look at this problem, we're asking ourselves what depends on what? Well, the cost depends on how much time you spend in the studio. So the cost is going to be our y. So y equals, we have an initial fee of 50 plus it's 35 an hour. So whenever you see that per hour, we know that's going to go with the other variable x. So that was just A. All we had to do for A was write the equation. A is done. B, find the total cost of recording an album that takes 10 hours of studio time. If X represents the number of hours we spend in the studio, put in a 10 for the X, and the total cost of this would be $400. Okay, and that was all we had for section 5.1.